name is Michelle Gay, and my YouTube channel is Michelle Gay Science Teacher. And today I'm excited to come back and do another science experiment with you today. Remember, these videos are meant for educators, teachers can use, and also homeschool moms can use these. If you are a student and you're looking at this, please get an adult to help you with this experiment if you would like to try it out. Remember, safety is always first. Wear safety goggles. Remember to never smell, eat, taste anything that you're experimenting with. Remember to be careful when you're cleaning things up. If you have a spill, you may need to wear gloves. That would be a good idea, especially when you're working with materials that you have not used before. If you're using thermal energy and if things are hot or cold, you will definitely need to wear gloves. All right, so let's get started on today's experiment. So we're going to continue talking about the pH scale, and we're going to continue to talk about acids and bases. All right, acids are hydrogen ions, and when you have several hydrogen ions put together, you get a tangy or sour taste, and it gives this electrical charge. Now, on the pH scale, our acids range from 1 through 7. Then we have our bases, which range from 7 through 14, which are our hydroxide ions. Hydroxide ions, when these are put together, it gives off a bitter taste, or it has a soapy texture feeling. Now, when we put these two together, we have 2 H and 1 O. All right, and so we know that this is called H2O. And with H2O, we get water. On the pH scale with H2O, the pH scale shows that water is neutral, 7. So H2O is in the middle. So when you think about it, you think about acids on one end, you think about bases on one end, and when they come together, you have a neutral substance, water, H2O. Okay, so today's experiment, we're going to test out different substances just to see if there are acid and a base or a base. And teachers, you can set this up easily in your classroom and for students to conduct, or you can do a demonstration. I like to do it where students get a chance to do it hands-on because that's what makes learning fun. The materials you will need for this experiment today will be 4 types of solution that you can use to test. You need your pH strips and your pH scale. You can get your pH strips and scale from off of Amazon, and I will link this in the description box of the video. All right, the solutions that I created today, one is Dawn liquid soap or just dishwashing soap and water, lemon juice and water, baking soda and water, and then last, vinegar and water. Now, and also a journal to record the information that we're collecting. Have them test each solution and then compare to the pH form so that they can take time and begin to observe and use the data that they are collecting. Once they do the strip test, they're going to record in their science journal or form that you've created what the color is and the pH number. It's always important to have students collect data because they may forget some information or things may change after the fact, and this way they will have their data collected, and that's the way scientists do things, and we want them to use the scientific method throughout the process of doing experiments. And now we want to come up with a hypothesis. Which solutions will be an acid and which solutions will be a base? You can have students record their hypothesis in their journal. also have them create a table so that they can record their data throughout the process. All right, so let's test solution 1, which is going to be our soap and water solution. Now, I'm going to let this sit for a moment. And with your students, you would let them test 1 and then observe and then record their data. Next, we're going to go ahead and test the lemon juice solution. Okay. We're going to place it in front and let that dry. And already we can see there's a difference. The next one is our baking soda solution. Okay. Oh my, look at that. We need one more strip, so hold on a second. And let's test our vinegar. Now, throughout the process, when you're doing this with a student, you can ask them, what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think the vinegar is going to be an acid or a base? And based on what information you've done so far. Let's put this in here. All right, now that you have all of the strips done, we can compare them to the pH scale. When the students collect their data, they're going to write the pH number and the color on the strip on their data. And then they can record any other information that's needed. Now, once they have completed, and of course they do their comparison, and of course we can see this is a base, this is an acid, this is a base, this is an acid. When they write their conclusion next, they're going to conclude based on their hypothesis. And they need to explain, they can't just say, well, yes, my hypothesis is correct, but they need to explain why their hypothesis was correct or incorrect. Now, this particular lesson can be extended and have students write, I wonder if. I wonder if I use soda, what would happen? They could come up with a different solution that they can test the next day based on their I wonder if that they record in the journal. Okay, so that's the end of this experiment, but I want to give you a suggestion. Let's say you don't have these strips. Well, you can use red cabbage as an indicator. You can get a red cabbage and just boil it, and then take the liquid off and let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then the next day you can use it as an indicator. My advice though is that once you use that indicator, you're through with it, throw it away, because it can become rancid and you don't want to keep it around too long. It will spoil. Now, if you're doing this at school and you have to do this experiment more than one day, take it back home and put it in the refrigerator, and then take it back again the next day, or if you have a refrigerator at school, put it in the refrigerator. But that's one thing that I have used before, is the cabbage as the indicator. Now, I will continue to make videos, and I hope you're enjoying them and that you're able to use them with your students. I love teaching science, and anything that's related to science that is hands-on, I try to incorporate in my classes. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you like these videos, please subscribe to my channel, Michelle Gay, Science Teacher. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and see you in the next video.